Before we start this detail, I have to give props to Toyota, man. This paint is so nice. Really nice. I haven't been able to see one of these newer Camrys up close, but man, I'm really impressed. Look at the interior. Jeez. Someone dropped off a Camry, or what I thought was a Camry, ended up being like a BMW. All right, let's get on with the interior shots. Oh boy, where have I been? So it's been about 2 weeks since my last upload, give or take, depending on when I upload this, probably near the end of this week. You guys are watching it, so it's uploaded. I don't even know why I'm stressing. But where have I been? It has been an extremely stressful last 2 weeks, extremely busy, and just all around crazy. So I'm just going to take a minute real quick, give you guys a brief on everything that's been going on, and fill you guys in. So first things first, if you can hear it in my voice, not feeling too hot, no, it's not that. Just a sinus infection, nothing crazy. I get those sometimes. It's been a while since I've been sick, mostly because I just pump myself with vitamins and everything constantly. But overall, this has not helped at all, especially with what we've been doing. It's been extremely busy. Let's see, where did we start? We went to Cars and Coffee in Sarasota 2 weeks ago. That was a lot of fun, did a lot of pictures there. That took up some time in between doing details as well as my day job. Just crazy busy. Past that, we went to, oh man, Ace Cafe's Volkswagen night last Friday, and then Saturday we went to DuPont Registry at Armature Works in Tampa. A lot of car events, a lot of stuff going on, and then just you know, add more stuff on top, we went stage 2 with the Golf R. And for those of you who don't know, I have a Mark 7 Volkswagen Golf R 2015, and I went ahead and got an intercooler for it. Me and the boys put that in Saturday night and went to town, and now I'm waiting on a single part to come in from Volkswagen because I broke a little nipple piece to the coolant overflow little core hose thing for the radiator. Gotta wait for that piece to come in, install that, upload stage 2 with the DSG tune, and be ballin' with that thing. So yeah, it's been busy. It's been really busy, but here I am bringing you guys a video of this Camry. Like I said in the beginning, this thing looks like a BMW. Like Camrys have just come so far compared to where they once were that it's pretty wild. But I will say this thing was pretty clean as it is. It just needed a little TLC and get cleaned up so that way it can continue to be the nice vehicle that it is. So yeah, that's a little update on things. I'm gonna start uploading a couple car stuff maybe here in the future because I'm going stage 2 with the Golf R, and I told everyone that I would be showing my progress as I build this car. Pretty much ready to go with this car. It's gonna be a nice, fun daily driver as I intended it to be, as it has always been thus far. I'm not feeling so hot, so this video is going to be a little bit more laid back. I will still be talking, go over in the separate sections as I usually would. So overall, I apologize for the delay in videos, guys, and I hope you can forgive me. Otherwise, we are still uploading, still going. I haven't quit because I really do love doing this thing. So let's go ahead and roll on with the video, starting with the wheels on this Camry. So yeah, as I said in the beginning, this car really is pretty clean. It just needs a little bit of extra TLC to make sure the exterior and interior are both looking clean and can continue to be clean into the future. As for these wheels though, the two front ones were pretty dirty and the rear ones, they really weren't too bad. But what made it much easier now is having this foam cannon with some P&S brake buster diluted 4-to-1. Whenever I first started detailing like on camera and stuff, I used this particular kind of a setup whenever it came to wheel cleaning, and I'm so glad I bought another foam cannon and went back to it, because not only do I save wheel cleaner by using a foam cannon, it also just makes all of the soap stick to the wheels and just continue to eat away at all the dirt, grit, and all the nasty stuff, brake dust, all that. And then in my spray bottle I have some Meguiar's APC diluted 4-to-1. That is their D101, I believe is the name of the cleaner. It's really good stuff, especially for cleaning something like wheels and tires. It's definitely an extra thing I'd love to have with the foam cannon, just to spray onto the surface and give it that extra bit of cleaning power. After cleaning out all my brushes and cleaning out the bucket from doing the wheel cleaning, we're going to go ahead and focus on the exterior of this car and start with the pre-rinse. Now I tried to edit the following clips throughout the rest of the detail in order, kind of, like if the left side of the car, next is the back, then the right, then the front, and so on and so forth, but there are going to be a little bit of blips here and there because I did have to wash this car in sections due to the sun. Also, while going around the car and pre-rinsing it, I can find all these little rust spots that you get from iron deposits and whatnot, which tells me that an iron cleaner might be smart to go ahead and throw on this thing just to clean up the paint a bit. another useful way to use this Meguiar's D101 APC is to go ahead and spray it on the front if you got some bug guts and whatnot up there. Go ahead and let that soak in for a couple minutes and spray it away with your pressure washer, and that should loosen everything right up. With the exterior now being fully cleaned and hand washed, before we dry anything off, we're going to go ahead and go through some Adam's iron remover and get rid of those little rust and black specks that are scattered throughout the entire paint. Now, iron cleaner is pretty pricey, but with a white vehicle like this is something I really wanted to do to it just because it's really going to affect it in a good way. I didn't charge for this on top of the detail or anything. I just saw all of the contamination as I started going through the vehicle with the pre-rinse, and I thought, you know what, it's going to cost me a little bit more, but it would be worth it in the end for this vehicle. And as you can see here, it probably was a good idea. There's a lot of purple bleeding from this paint, which tells us that this decontaminant is doing its job properly, and that this car has seen its fair share of brake dust. And not only does it get rid of all the iron contaminants and whatnot that you can see visibly with your eye, it's definitely going to help a lot more too whenever I go to put the coating on the vehicle. It's going to get rid of some of the contamination and make it bond just a little bit better. It's really cool to see that something so simple such as just spraying an iron cleaner on the paint and then spraying it off really just brings out the depth and gloss in this paint. Just the littlest bits of iron contamination all over the paint, all these little dots really did do a number on it, and whenever you get rid of all of them, it just brings the paint back to life. And now we can go ahead and dry off the car, go ahead and take some of my P&S Express interior cleaner, spray it in the door jambs, dry off the door jambs, and then we're good to move to the next step and put on a coating. Griot's Garage's ceramic 3-in-1 spray wax has not only been a favorite of mine, but a favorite of my customers, just because of the price point I can put it at and how easy it is to apply, and the results are just stunning. Like, it's just the gloss. I think I talked about it last video. I don't really remember because it's been like 2 weeks, but it really is a great product that I'm able to provide to my customers just because of the price point and the results. I mean, the gloss is unbelievable, the UV protection, the protection of the paint, everything. It's really nice. And if you're a regular viewer of the channel, if you look carefully, I do have gloves on. That doesn't happen very much, but with this detail, I did get a brand new big old box of black nitrile gloves. And if you guys don't watch detailing YouTube channels, then I will be the first person to tell you to wear gloves whenever you're using certain particular kinds of products. I can go further in depth to which ones it might be smart to wear gloves on in a future video, but when it comes to using a coating like this, it's nice to have gloves on because as you're flipping the towel and going back and forth with the towel, you get your hand oils in the towel, I guess is a better way to say it. And that can make sometimes putting on a coating much more difficult than it really needs to be. And you can make your life a whole heck of a lot less stressful if you just wear gloves. It makes putting the coating on easier, it makes you feel cleaner, you don't get the nasty chemical feeling on your fingers, all that stuff. Wear gloves. Do the interior for you guys, but if you look over there, that is rain. So I'm gonna have to really, get my butt in the gear and get it done. But I'll give you a before video now. And then like, interior's done. Not bad. The interior is all dressed, looks nice and clean. Leather's treated and cleaned up, UV protected, all that snazzy stuff. Give you guys a look at the back. Very nice. And then while I was doing all of that, went ahead, did the engine bay, got it all nice and clean, dressed it up. I think this car is pretty good. We got very lucky with the rain. That's why I stopped detailing on camera, because I really thought that rain was going to come in, but it did not. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe the car down with Bead Maker real quick, just as an extra little bonus of not having to deal with rain. Makes me feel better. Yeah. And with Bead Maker being put on the surface, then you probably know that we're reaching the end of the video. And of course we're going to put on some tire dressing, which we're going to be using Meguiar's Hyper Dressing for that. That is one of my all-time favorites to use as tire dressing. And with that being all said and done, I think we're finished with this detail. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I gotta give it to Toyota, man. This car is really nice and the paint is just phenomenal. I love the pearlescent look of it. It's really nice and bright. It's extremely glossy. It really is a nice quality car. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please show me by going ahead and leaving a like on the video, and if you like detailing content, go ahead and press subscribe, and if you ring that bell, you will know every single time I upload a video. Once again guys, thank you so much for spending time with me once again. I'm sorry I was about a week late on this video. It's been kind of tough, but I wanted to be transparent, tell you guys what's going on and show you all that. If you're interested in car events and photos and all that stuff, let me know down in the comments if you want to see videos of that, or follow me on Instagram at caleb.inc to see it any further. And without taking any more of your time, I thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.